Good morning. Okay, yeah, you were there for the last lecture. We have seen some topics in the last lecture. You were there or not for the last lectures or of the about the triangles? We have seen some basic concept. You were there or not? So if you're there, shall we continue with the next part or otherwise just revise? Yes, I was there. Beautiful, Ananya. Okay, so before we start, I'll just revise few of the last topic. In last session we have covered that we have covered the types of triangles in the previous session, right? So the first of all we have covered the types of triangles, right? So which are the types of triangles? Do you just remember which are the types of triangles we have covered in the last topic? Yes, Maithili, Abhishek, can anyone be answer which are the types of triangles we have covered in the last session? And the second we have covered, yes, that is the congruence of triangles. So we have covered the congruence of triangles, right? So now the types of triangles and the congruence of triangles. So first, to have the congruence of triangles, we have covered some tastes, right? So which are the tastes? Do you remember? Yes, I know there are total five number of tastes were there. So now five tastes. Can you just tell me which are the five tastes we have covered in the previous session? Right. I'm just waiting for your answer till the time. Yes, Ananya, Maithili, Abhishek, Diksha, you can definitely answer. Which are the types of which are the tastes we have covered in the previous session? We have covered the types of triangles. We have covered the congruence of triangles. In types of triangles, we have seen the six different types of triangles, including acute, obtuse, right, then isosceles, scalene, and the equilateral triangle. And in congruence of triangles, we have seen the five tastes. So first was SAS, that is means side, angle, side. Second, we can say ASA, that is angle, side, angle. The third was SSS, that means all of the sides. Then we have seen SA, that is SAA, side, angle, angle. And the last, that is RHS, that is we can say hypotenuse side test. Clear? Okay. So now we'll start with the session. So in previous lecture, we have seen some of the things, right? So I'll directly start with the concept now. So let's look at this question. Is it a question or the statement? So I'll just read the statement. If the two sides of the triangle are congruent, then the angle opposite to them are congruent. Okay, so if the two sides of the triangles are congruent, then basically the triangle is isosceles triangle. Beautiful, Abhishek, right? So the triangle is isosceles triangle, and we know the some properties of the isosceles triangle that if the sides of the triangle, then the angle opposite to them are congruent is basic thing, right? But that is what we have to prove. This is the property that we know, but we have to prove this property. That means this is comes to as a theorem, right? So whenever it is a theorem, so we require the three to four basic things. First is the given. So from I'll just tell you a simple thing, what is given and what is to prove. So given is just simple understanding. Whenever we have, just assume we have the statement like if dash dash dash, then dash 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 and full stop, right? So this part comes to if to then, right? When the part comes to if to then, ये जो part है इतना, that is said to be the given, and this part is the said to be. So from then to the full stop, that is said to be the to prove. Clear? Any confusion till here? If then, ये वाला जो pattern we have already seen. If then क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, right? Now, from if to the then it is a given. So the given is two sides of a triangle are congruent. So two sides of a triangle are congruent. So let's have a triangle A, B, C. So let's have a triangle ABC, two sides congruent. So I'm just assuming that AB is congruent to AC. So that comes as a given. So we have reached to the given. Now, the next part is the to prove. So then to the full stop. Then to the full stop. That means the angle opposite to the congruent. Right? Angle opposite to them are congruent. Matlab, these two are the sides we have considered. Right? So these two sides, that means AB and AC. So angle opposite to AB, which is angle C, and angle opposite to AC, which is angle B. So angle B and angle C are congruent. That has to be proved. Now given and to prove. So it's a very simple step. So we got the given, we got the to prove. Now we require the construction, because whenever we have to prove something equal, that means somewhere we have to prove the triangles congruent, right? The triangles congruent proof karna hai. That means we require the two triangles. So will you please explain the topic again? Okay, this given and the to prove beta, right? Pratham, given and the to prove you want. Clear? Okay, I'll just start with the session. First thing, I'll start with the given. What is exactly the given? So given, that is if to the full stop or f to the then जो भी concept आता है, if to the then that is here coming, it's at the two sides of a triangle are congruent. So if to the then, that has to be the given. The two sides of the triangles are congruent means AB is congruent to AC, right? Now the to prove part, that is then to the full stop, ये जो इतना वाला part है, then to the full stop or then to the full stop, you can say it is the to prove. So to prove में आएगा the angle opposite to them are congruent. So angle opposite to them, angle B and angle C. So angle B and angle C are congruent. So we got the given, we got the to prove. Now, whenever we have to prove something, so here we have to prove the two angles congruent. So to prove the two angles congruent, we require or we need to prove the two triangles congruent, right? जब angle proof करना है, then we have to prove the two triangles congruent. So two triangles congruent. Once we have the two triangles congruent, we can see their corresponding sides, corresponding angles, any corresponding part is congruent. Clear? So to prove the angles congruent, we have to prove the two triangles congruent. So now I'll put these two triangles congruent. So I'll just drop a perpendicular from here, or I'll just drop a one angle bisector from here, anything, right? So once I drop the angle bisector from here, so now what we have to prove, just tell me. Yes, we have to prove this B is equal to C. Must just observe which are the given things or which are the things that we can calculate or we can take from the figure. Yes, the first thing I can say here, I can take from this figure is, yes, that the AB is congruent to AC. That is the first thing. Second, I can say ये जो छोटू छोटू वाला जो angle है, these two angles are congruent by using the construction. And what about these AD? That the AD is the common side. If AD is the common side, so we got the three things, right? So that means for first thing we got, that is AB is congruent to AC, BAD is congruent to CAD, and side AD is congruent to AD, that is common side. Now once we have the three things equal, can I say the two triangles are congruent? Beautiful. So we can say ABD is congruent to ACD. How? This is side, this is angle, and this is again side. So the test or the criteria we can use is SAS. So once the two triangles are congruent, can I say angle B is congruent to angle C? Yes, the reason will be corresponding angle of congruent triangle. That's it. Any confusion in this sum or in this property? It's a very simple step. Okay, so we'll move further. Okay. Now इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. जो लास्ट टाइम जो स्टेटमेंट था उसका एग्जैक्टली कॉन्वर्स दिस स्टेटमेंट, एग्जैक्टली अपोजिट. मतलब लास्ट टाइम जो गिवन था, ओके ओके, दैट्स इट. लास्ट टाइम जो गिवन था दैट इज टर्न्स टू द टू प्रूव नाउ, एंड जो टू प्रूव था दैट इज द गिवन. मींस लास्ट टाइम इट इज गिवन दैट द सेगमेंट्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट, देन वी हैव टू प्रूव दैट the angles are congruent. यहाँ पे दिया है the angles are already congruent, we have to prove the segments are congruent. मतलब अगर दो in a triangle, if the two sides are equal, उनके opposite angles will be congruent. And in this case it is saying if the two angles are equal, जो ये दोनों sides से, those sides will be congruent. Clear? So now we have to prove the sides congruent. So we'll perform the same construction. Now just observe here. What are the things you can say here? Yes, I can see this is the first thing, that is side is congruent, the angle is congruent, and these angles are already given. So side, angle, angle. Clear? So which test we can use here? Yes, beautiful. That is side, angle. No, not SAS. We have only one side here, right? And the two angles. So one side, two angles in the sequence, that means SAA. So by SAA criteria, the two triangles are congruent, and we know that if the two triangles are congruent, yes, the remaining parts are definitely congruent. So यहाँ पे remaining parts I can say AB and AC, so which is congruent to each other. Any confusion till here? Any confusion? Okay. Now just look at this question and just tell me, can you solve this question? I hope everyone have the paper and the pen. So I'll give you a 1 minute to solve this question and tell me, can you solve this question or not? Okay, I'm just waiting for you. Yes, 10 seconds. Done. Beautiful. Pratham, beautiful. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you got the solution. SAS. Okay, I'll tell you what we have to prove here. The first thing, we have to prove that the OB is equal to OC. मतलब ये जो छोटे छोटे जो segments है, these two are equal. That we have to prove. So I have to prove these two segments equal. ये जो OB and OC है, and the second AO bisects angle A. So ये जो है, so these two angles are equal. This is the second to prove. Right now it's given that it's an isosceles triangle. So if it is an isosceles triangle, I'm not giving you the step by step solution. I am just clearing your topics and clearing your fundamentals exactly. So if AB is equal to AC, just observe, if AB is equal to AC, we have seen the previous theorem कि in that अगर दो sides equal है, उनके opposite angles equal हो गए. So I'm just highlighting those angles. So can I say this angle B and the angle C are congruent? Is it clear? So if angle B and angle C is congruent, so by the previous theorem, so we can conclude कि अगर angle B is congruent to angle C and we have the angle bisector, that is BO and CO. So we already have the angle bisector. So can I say ये जो छोटे छोटे dots है, so these two angles are again congruent, right? So angles congruent, these angles congruent. So I'll just assume that अगर ये दोनों angles congruent है, we have seen the second property, second theorem, that side opposite to the congruent angles are again congruent. So by default, we'll get OB will congruent to OC. This is the fundamental. Now I'll tell you the step by step solution. So first, I say AB is congruent to AC. Yes, which is already given. So if AB is congruent to AC, can I say their opposite angles are congruent? Yes. So angle opposite to AB, that angle is C. Angle opposite to AC, that angle is B. So we already wrote these two angles are congruent. Now, if I multiply here by 2, and if you observe ABC, it is an angle bisector, right? So ABC ko can I write twice of OBC or twice of OBA, right? So I'll just write twice of OBC here, the twice of OCB here. After that, so both sides the 2, can I cancel out these two over here? Right, I can definitely cancel. So I'll get OBC is equal to OCB. That is the first equation. Any doubt till here? Okay, so now if I consider the triangle AOBC, so this triangle, basically the triangle OBC. So if I consider the triangle OBC, these two angles are already given equal, or we have proved equal. So can I say they're opposite sides? So angle के opposite वाला जो side है, for the angle C, the opposite side is OB, and for the angle B, the opposite side is OC. So can I say both the sides are congruent? Yes, I can say OB is congruent to AC. That means that the first wala part है, OB is equal to OC, that we got. Now the second, AO bisects angle A. So I'll not explain you how AO bisects angle A. You have to explain me, or you have to give me the solution ki how you can say AO bisects the angle A. You have again 30 seconds. SAS test. Okay. SSS. CPT, CPCT, and the SAD PM SAD. Meghna, I don't get you. CPCT, THE, and SAD PM SAD. Oh, because if sides are equal, then we can add the transversal. Okay. So okay. Let me explain. See now, what we have to prove here. This AO bisects angle A. मतलब ये जो AO है. Okay, I'll just give you an example over here. First, I'll just take the short example here. So we have the triangle here, right? And what is given in that case? Yes, it is given. Just observe here. AO is there, right? And we have to show that AO bisects angle A. So that means I'll just drop one ray over here. ये जो one ray, it is bisecting this angle A. It is bisecting means what? The bisect means it divides in two equal parts. So somewhere we have to show ये जो दो part है, this has to be equal, right? So these two parts I need to prove equal, right? So these two angles we have to prove equal. So how we can prove these two angles equal? Again, basically we need to prove the two triangles congruent. So there was a triangle, there's a figure like this, ऐसा कुछ तो figure है, right? So these are the two things. So which two triangles I need to prove equal? Yes, these ये जो दो वाले triangles है, these two triangles I need to prove equal. Now if you observe, it is already mentioned that ये जो side है, these two sides which are already given equal. Now the remaining things, if I say कि ये वाला, just now we have proved कि ये जो दो sides है they are equal. And what about the third side? Yes, the third side I can say this one. This is the common side. So three parts out of the six things, we have three parts. The three parts are congruent. Which three parts? Side, side, and side. So which criteria we can use here? Yes, definitely we can use the SSS. So by SSS, you can observe all other sides here. So by SSS, can I say ये जो दो highlighted triangles they are congruent? Yes. If the two triangles are congruent, is it hard to say their corresponding parts, corresponding angles are congruent? So definitely we can say the corresponding angles are congruent. If these two angles are congruent, then it's not hard to say कि AO is bisector of BAC. So that is what we have to prove. So any confusion in this sum? Any confusion? Sir, can we use the SAS? Okay, SAS beta, but it's not given that the angle is congruent, right? So we have to prove this angle is congruent, or else we can use the SAS in this direction from here, right? So we can use the SAS in this direction, side, angle, side. So we cannot use in this angle. In this particular thing, this is the to prove. So ये हमें use ही नहीं करना anyhow. So we can use SAS in this direction, or you can use SSS. Okay. Okay. I hope everyone wrote their answers. Okay. We'll move to the next part. Okay. Now this is the very beautiful sum. So just look at the question, read the question, and how many of you can solve the question? Just say yes. So I can definitely skip this question. So ABC is an isosceles triangle in which altitude BE and CF are drawn to the AC and AB respectively. Show that altitudes are equal. So altitudes are equal. That means the to prove part is BE is equal to FC. So again, we have to prove the two sides congruent. So what is the basic step that comes to your mind? अगर दो sides equal है तो what is the basic step? Yes, definitely we have to prove कि the two triangles are congruent. Right. So basically, which two triangles they are already highlighted. Now these two triangles we have to prove congruent, and I don't feel this is the hard thing. So it's very simple. So we can say these two triangles are congruent by AAS criteria. Okay. So we'll move further. Now just observe this question. Show that ABD is equal to ACD. Yes, ABD is equal to ACD. So I hope you have the pen and paper, so you can solve this. Maximum it will take 30 seconds to solve on. Only 30 seconds are more than enough to solve this question. Test SSS. Okay. Think so SSS. But if you observe ABD and ACD, right? So do we need to prove the two triangles congruent here? My first question, do we need to prove the two triangles congruent? Opposite sides. Okay. I'll tell you apart from this solution. See, first, I'll just use the yellow color first. Okay. Now just observe. ये पहला वाला triangle A, B, C. So side up is congruent, AB and AC is congruent. So AB का opposite angle is C. So I'll just assume this angle as a X. And AC ka opposite. So both the angles are congruent. I'll just assume this angle as a X. Now, in another triangle, if you see the triangle BDC, BD is congruent to BC. ये दोनों sides congruent है. So BD का opposite is C. So I'll just say it is Y. And DC का opposite B, which is again congruent. I'll say Y. Now what we have to prove? ये जो पूरा angle है, ये पूरा angle is equal. That means X plus Y, X plus Y. So we can definitely say by adding those angle by angle addition property, we can say both the angles are equal. That's it. So we don't need to use this taste here, because just observe the figure. We don't have the ACC's criteria, right? So you can definitely add those things, or else we can use the same SSS in triangle ABD and triangle ACD. The two sides are already given and one is the common side. So by SSS criteria, these two triangles are congruent. So both the ways are correct. So you can use any of the ways. Okay. Any confusion in this sum? Okay. Now the question. No. Okay. 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 ABC is a right angle triangle in which angle A is 90 degree and AB is equal to AC. Find angle B and angle C. Okay. Just give me the answer fast. You have only 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 45, 54. Beautiful, Shraddha. Beautiful. So yes, 45, 54 is C, and okay, okay, beautiful, beautiful. It should be 45 only. So it is which type of triangle? Exact which type of triangle it is? Right, beautiful. Yes, right. It is only a right angle triangle or isosceles triangle. Angle C is equal to B. Okay, 45. So it is isosceles triangle or the right angle triangle? Or both. If it is both, then we can say it's the isosceles right angle triangle. So I hope you understood this question. So it was very simple. Okay, so next, so that the angles of equilateral triangles are 60 degrees. Yes, this is again the very important question. So we have to show here the angles of the equilateral triangles are 60 degree. How you can show that? Okay, I'll just give you a small hint. So we have already proved in a isosceles triangle जो भी दो sides are equal उनके opposite angles equal होते हैं, right? So यहाँ पे तो first step आएगा which is given that it is an equilateral triangle and we don't know the angles are congruent here, right? But we have to prove. So the question is very simple. Show that the angles of the equilateral triangles are 60 degree. Matlab angle we have to prove. So what has to be considered? Yes, the sides we have to consider. So we know that the property of an equilateral triangle, if it is an equilateral triangle, we know all the sides of the equilateral triangle are congruent. So all the sides are congruent. So I can say here the first step. This is the first step, that AB is equal to AC is equal to BC. But we have to show the angles equal and 60 degree, right? So first I'll just show the angles equal and how they are equal. So first I'm just assuming that ABC is an isosceles triangle. If ABC is an isosceles triangle, I'm not considering this base, right? Suppose this base is not equal to AB and AC. So if it is isosceles triangle, can I say this B is equal to C? If B is equal to C, I can say this is the first equation. Now I'm just saying कि ये जो second वाला part है, this one. Okay, so I'm just saying the another triangle. So this is again the isosceles triangle, but in this case, I'll say कि CB is equal to CA. CB is equal to CA. I'm not saying this is the equal. So which two angles will be equal? Yes, angle A and angle B will be equal. So we got the equation number 2. So just observe B is equal to C, B is equal to A. Matlab B is equal to C, B is equal to A. So can I conclude A is equal to B is equal to C, right? So if A is equal to B is equal to C, we have seen the first theorem of the triangle. That is the sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So sum of the all the angles of the triangle, we get 180 degrees. So we just use that concept. So sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. Now we just got A is equal to B is equal to C. So I'll just replace this B and this replace C by A. So A plus A plus A is equal to 180, means 3 times the angle A is equal to 180 degree. So angle A will be 60 degree. If angle A is 60, we know that A is equal to B is equal to C. So definitely A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 60 degree. That means the each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. Any confusion till here? Any confusion? Okay, so most of the students have already gave the answer. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll move for the next question. Yes, okay, okay. AD is equal to DC is equal to BD, and now we have to prove this ABC is a right angle. I'll give you a small hint to you. So just suppose ये जो first highlighted triangle है, that triangle is ADB. Is it an isosceles triangle? Yes. So if it is an isosceles triangle, we know that the opposite angle of the congruent sides are congruent. So I'll just assume this angle A as X and angle B as X. Clear? So ये हो गया first triangle के about. Now for the second triangle DBC, again it is an isosceles triangle. So can I say उसके opposite angle will also be congruent again? So I'll just say it is Y and it is Y. Now tell me, how can you show this ABC as a 90 degree? This is a small hint I already gave you. Now just try to show how you can prove, or what is to be proved here to get ABC as a 90 degree. Okay, so I hope you got key x, x, y, y. So let's start with the solution here. So A, D, B, right? If you observe, this is x, this is x, this is y, this is y. So if we add these both the angles, we'll get x plus y. So angle ABC is x plus y, and this angle has to be proved as a 90 degree. So how you can show x plus y is equal to 90 degree? Kuch nahi. Just consider the triangle ABC, and we'll use the property of the triangle that the sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So this angle x plus y plus x plus y is equal to 180 degree. So x will get 2x, y will get 2y. So 2x plus 2y is equal to 180 degree. Taking the two common, so we'll get x plus y is equal to 90. If x plus y is 90, is it hard to say ki ABC is equal to 90 degree? Am I clear? Now, Pratham, if it's possible, just type the question, or I'll definitely, you have the groups, you can just send the question on the group. I'll definitely give you the solution on that. Okay, so we'll move for the next question. Okay, so ABC is an isosceles triangle. With AB is equal to AC, draw AP is perpendicular to BC. Show that angle B is equal to angle C. Again, this is very simple question. So we'll just keep this question. Now, AD is an altitude of the isosceles triangle ABC, in which AB is equal to AC. Show that AD bisects BC. Okay, so AD. Okay, 7.3 question number 2. So in this question, any confusion, any doubt? So again, we have to prove the two triangles congruent. Then we can say BD is equal to DC, right? Now, yes, BE and CF are the two equal altitudes of the triangle ABC. Using RHS congruence rule, prove that the triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So now it's a very important question. So we have to prove that ABC is an isosceles triangle. So अगर ABC is an isosceles triangle, so that means two things we require. एक तो दो sides equal होने चाहिए, या फिर two angles equal होने चाहिए, right? So we have to decide which thing we can prove easily. I'll just read the question once again. BE and CF are the two equal altitude. RHS beautiful. BE and CF. That means ये जो BE and CF are the two equal altitudes. So I'll just mark here. Okay, I'll just take this as a. These are the two equal altitudes, right? And we have to prove by RHS the ABC is an isosceles triangle. So ABC is an isosceles triangle. That means which two triangles we need to prove congruent? Yes, we have to prove this BCF. मतलब ये जो नीचे वाला triangle है BCF and CDE. ये जो दो triangle we can easily prove equal. How? Because we know this is the hypotenuse, and once again the altitudes are already given congruent. So मतलब the first, this is the common side, and this FC and BE, which is already given equal in the question, that BE and CF, which is already given. So one side, that is hypotenuse, is congruent. The another pair, that is koi bhi ek alternative side, is congruent, and it's a right angle triangle. So we can say by RHS the two triangles are congruent. Okay, so if the two triangles are congruent, ये जो उनके बीच में जो angle है, that is angle B, and this angle C. Can I say these two angles are also congruent? Yes, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So if the two angles of the triangle are congruent, just assume that this is the ABC, and uske jo angle B and angle C is congruent. So can I say uske opposite sides are congruent, right? So yes, we can say the opposite sides are also congruent. So if the opposite sides are congruent, is it hard to say the triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle? Any confusion in this question? Any confusion in the whole solution, whole explanation? Yes. Okay. Now look at this question. So again, the very important sum. ABC and DBC are the two isosceles triangle on the same base. So these are ABC and DBC. ये जो ABC and DBC, मतलब ये दोनों equal है, and these two are equal. It says What is A and D? The same side of BC. S, S, S. Okay, first ABD congruent to ACD. So I'll just show you the highlighted thing. So ABD congruent to ACD. Yes, it's by S, S, S. So by S, 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 we can say the two triangles are congruent. So first ho gaya. Now we'll move to the second part. ABP congruent to ACP. ABP is congruent to ACP. Yes, so ABP congruent to ACP. So again by you can say S, A, S, right? So by SAS, these two triangles are congruent. Now the next part is AP bisects DA. AP bisects D. Clear? So again we can say it is done. Now AP is a perpendicular bisector of BC. So again the same thing. We have already put a lot of things. So by using those concepts, we can say APA is bisecting BC at 90 degree. Clear? So I hope there's no confusion in this whole question. The whole question is very simple. That's a very lengthy question. It is a 4 marks question. Any confusion in this question? Okay. This is the same question, same question. Okay. Now look at this question. So again, a very beautiful sum. Isosceles triangle ABC. AB is equal to AC and D and E are the points BC such that BE is equal to CD. We have to prove that AD is equal to AE. मतलब this we have to prove equal. AD is equal to AE. That means ये जो triangle है ADE, this has to be proved as a isosceles triangle. अगर ये prove करना है मतलब this angle should be congruent or this angle triangle should be isosceles triangle. So how you can do this? Yes, it's very simple. So we'll just use the given things here. So first it says AB is equal to AC, which is already given. AB is equal to AC. Then can I say ये जो base angle है उनके for this triangle ABC, because base angle that is angle C and angle B is equal, so we got the equation 2. अगर angle B and angle C are equal, so BE is equal to CD, which is already given in the question that this BE is equal to CD. So we got the 3 equation. Now just tell me कि we want BD here, so separately दिए चाहिए हमें BD and EC. So BE में से BD के लिए what we have to subtract or what we have to add, and same thing CD में से CE के लिए we have to subtract a one common thing, that is DE. So we'll subtract the same DE from both the sides. So subtracting DE from the both the side मतलब BE में से अगर DE गया तो बचेगा BD, and CD minus DE again will get CE. So we got this equation 4. So BD is equal to CE. Now just assume this highlighted triangle ADB and AEC. AB is congruent to AC, which is given. Angle B is congruent to angle C from equation 2, and BD is equal to CE. That's just now we have proved from equation 4. In this triangle SAS, so which criteria? Yes, by SAS, if the two sides are, or two sides and one angle is congruent, so we can say the triangle is congruent. If the triangle is congruent, can I say their corresponding parts are also congruent? So we can say AD is equal to AE. That is what we have to prove. Okay. Now median of a triangle. So which is a very very important concept. What is the median of a triangle? So I'll tell you 2-3 examples here. So you have to tell me which is the median and why. Okay, so center of a triangle. Okay, I'll just name this as the ABC, and this as my favorite letter, that is M. Now I'll take the second thing, second triangle. PQR. This is M. Now which triangle has the median? Matlab, which is the median in which triangle? In triangle ABC, which is the median. In triangle PQR, which is the median. We have already seen in the previous lectures, और you have already seen in the school class कहाँ पे तो आपने already देखा है कि what is the median. So I have the two conditions. One is the blue triangle, one is the red triangle. So what is different between both the triangles, and which is the median and why? So just tell me first, AM is the median. Okay, that the Pratham says AM is the median. So what about PN? PN also be the median, na? Yes, how many of you agree that the PN is the median? AM, okay, Shraddha also says the AM is the median. Yes, yes, MN is the median. MN. Yes, Loki. MN. PN is the median. Pratham says PM. Okay, okay, okay. Let it be. I'll just tell you one thing. So median is okay. Sorry, PN. Okay, let it be. Let it be. I'll just tell you the simple definition of the median. So median is a segment drawn from the vertex of a triangle to its opposite side, but which intersect in a midpoint. So in a simple way, suppose I'll just take a triangle first. To color change. Okay. I'll just take a different triangle here. Okay, so let's have the triangle. Which triangle you are not considered? Yes, D, E, F. So if we take any vertex, suppose if I take the vertex T, so median is such a segment when we drop a segment drawn from the vertex to the midpoint of its opposite side. So suppose this is the midpoint of the opposite side. Its opposite is EF, so which is the midpoint. So when we draw a segment to the vertex to the midpoint of its opposite side, that means this one D M. So in this case, DM is the median. So median is a very simple thing. A segment drawn from the vertex to the midpoint of its opposite side is said to be the median. Understood? Any confusion in the median? So it is not an angle bisector. So सिंपल वर्ड, ये जो मिड पॉइंट है, ये मिड पॉइंट से अपोजिट साइड पे जो भी सेगमेंट, जो भी लाइन जाती है, उसको हम मेडियन कहते हैं, राइट? अगर in this case यहाँ पे दिया है कि it is an angle bisector, but no, which is not a median, which is an angle bisector. But in this case, if it is dividing the opposite side into equal parts, then that segment is the median, right? So in this case, AD is the median. Now just observe the question, the two sides. Just go through the question and tell me, can you solve this question or not? Two sides of the AB and the median AM and the triangle ABC is respectively equal to PQ and QR. Median PN is a PQR. Sure. Yes, simple. Okay, ABN and PQN. We have to prove congruent. Yes, it's very simple again. Okay, so I'll move to the next part. Okay, now we have the two theorems here. SAS, okay, beautiful. Now see, if two sides of a triangle are equal, then the angle opposite to them are equal, right? This we at the starting of this lecture we have already seen. अगर दो sides equal, इसके दो angle equal हो गए, या दो angle equal है तो दो sides equal हो गए, right? Now we have to see the similar theorem on it. If the two sides of the triangle are not equal, that means which type of triangle it is? Yes, the scalene triangle. If the triangle is scalene triangle, so usme by default the one angle is the greatest angle and the one angle is the smallest angle, right? So one angle is the greatest, one angle is the smallest. So in this case, the greater side and the greater angle, and the smaller side and the smaller angle. The statement says if the two sides of the triangles are not equal, then the angle opposite to the greater side is greater. मतलब जो भी बड़ा साइड होगा उसके अपोजिट में जो भी एंगल है दैट इज द ग्रेटेस्ट एंगल, एंड जो भी छोटा साइड होगा उसके अपोजिट में जो भी एंगल है दैट इज द स्मॉलेस्ट एंगल. मतलब इन दिस केस AC इज द ग्रेटेस्ट साइड, सो उसके अपोजिट वाला B इज द ग्रेटेस्ट एंगल, and AB is the smallest side, so उसके opposite वाला C which is the smallest angle. So अगर AC is greater than AB, so what will be the next statement? Yes, it should be angle B is greater than angle C. So angle B is greater than angle C. Any confusion in this statement or in this theorem? Okay, we'll see some say next part. Now we have seen the sides and the angle. जैसे कि अगर sides greater है तो angle equal होगा. Same way से अगर angle greater है तो उसके opposite वाला side will also be greater. In this case, angle B is greater than the angle C. Angle B is greater than the angle C. मतलब उसका opposite AC will be greater than AB. So AC will be greater than AB. Right, beautiful. So we got AC is equal to, AC is greater than AB. राइट, वी हैव द टू कंसेप्ट. मतलब अगर ग्रेटर साइड है तो ग्रेटर साइड के अपोजिट वाला एंगल ग्रेटर होगा, एंड ग्रेटर एंगल है तो ग्रेटर एंगल के अपोजिट वाला साइड ग्रेटर होगा. एनी कंफ्यूजन इन दिस टू स्टेटमेंट्स? Okay, so let's have the few examples on it. Okay, if the question says the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side, this is a very important theorem, right? So sum of the two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. Agar by chance if it is equal, so the whole scenario or the whole things cannot form a triangle. It will be a straight line. अगर एक triangle form करना है, so basically this thing is required कि the sum of two side is always greater than the third side. So I'm assuming that the given that triangle ABC is any of the triangle, and the to prove any two sides, कोई भी दो sides लो, and which is greater than the third side. So now I took the triangle ABC. So but to prove this, we need a small construction. So I'll just extend this BA towards D and from C. So in this case, I'm just assuming that AD is equal to AC. This is the construction that you have to remember. Now I have to prove AB plus AC. Why I took AC congruent to AD? Because if you observe here, AB plus AC है. But if I take suppose AC का ही congruent अगर AD ले लिया, so that means AB plus AD, right? It's a simple thing. AB plus AD. So I'll take AB plus AD or AB plus AC is one and the same thing as AC is equal to AD. Clear? So now first I'll say ACD is equal to ADC as it's an isosceles triangle. Now if I say ACD plus ACB, ACD plus ACB, by default it is greater than the ADC, right? By default it will greater than the ADC. So if we take or if we add ये जो छोटे से angle में ये अगर add कर दिया तो by default this angle is greater than this angle, right? So that is what we conclude here, that the BCD is greater than ADC. मतलब BCD जो है ADC से बड़ा है. Now BCD is greater than ADC, मतलब BCD का opposite side for this angle, the opposite side is BD. So angle C का opposite side is BD, so I wrote BD here, greater than symbol as it is ADC. ADC का opposite side I can say AC or BC. So I'll just say here BC. So इसका जो opposite side है BC. So BD is greater than BC and BD can be written as BA plus AD. Am I clear? So BD can be written as BA plus AD. So I wrote BA plus AD. And no, we know that key this AD and this AC, AD and AC are equal. So can I replace this AD by AC? So we'll just replace this AD by AC and we got the proof that the AB plus AC is greater than BC. Any confusion in this theorem? Any of the confusion? Okay. Okay, now this is the last concept that we are taking in this session. So first, the property of an exterior angle of a triangle. So we have already seen how many exterior triangles are there. What is exactly the property? That the sum of the two remote interior angles is equal to the exterior angle. That means ACD is equal to angle A plus angle B. That was not we are going to study now. ACD is always greater than their two remote interior angles. So ये जो yellow वाला angle है, which is always greater than ये जो purple and the green angle. Clear? So ये angle always इन दोनों से greater रहेगा. That is what the statement says. This angle is greater than angle A. Then angle ACD is greater than angle B. That is what in this statement. So I hope there is no confusion in this whole lecture. So any confusion in this whole lecture. And the Pratham, your question number 6. So can you just tell me the in details from which exercise it is? So I'll definitely provide you the solution of that question number 6. Maybe from 7.2, 7.3. So just tell me the exact question number. I'll definitely provide you the solution as soon as possible. Okay, so everyone, I hope there is no doubt. 7.2 question number 6. Okay, I'll note that 7.2 question number 6. Okay, so 7.2 question number 6, definitely provide you the solution as soon as possible. Okay, so students, any confusion? Any confusion? Okay, it's time to say bye. I hope you enjoy my lecture. Sir, exterior angle can be interior angle also. Yes, Loki, what you're saying, exterior angle can be interior angle also. How? The next time, please take Heron's formula. Okay, definitely, Pratham will definitely take the Heron's formula. Okay.